Hi, I'm Mitch Shoemaker, and today is day 62 of my doing 100 days of YouTube videos and focusing on today. So, yay for day 62, I think. Um, I was saying a prayer before I did this video. I always do that. But just another little reminder as I was praying how much God is aware of me and loves me and is trying to help me remember that I have value and worth and that I am doing the best that I can, and it's okay because I was starting out apologizing, repenting, whatever you want to call it, for not doing anything, for not being enough, and the whisperings of the spirit, little whisper in the back of my head that I am doing, and I am doing the best that I can to take care of myself. I'm getting up every couple of hours or so and getting something to eat and making sure that I'm drinking plenty of fluids. May not be doing anything else because I'm just really tired, but I am doing that. I did manage to take a shower and get dressed today, mostly because I got a phone call saying that I needed to be somewhere tonight, and then ended up not having to go anywhere tonight. But it did get me to take a shower, which I'm actually very grateful for because I definitely needed a shower, and I know I have places to be tomorrow night and the next night, which is good. I think it helps me if I know I have to. Some reason I find the energy to help other people or to be there for other people more than I do for myself, and I wish I would find more energy to do things for myself. I'm attempting this on my exercise ball, and my head is not appreciative of that. It's fine when I'm laying down or not moving. I feel great, but when I get up and move around, then my head reminds me that I'm dizzy and my eyeballs want to fall out. They don't, but there's a lot of pressure behind them. Anyone that has a migraine knows what I'm talking about. Um, Closed eyes, cool room, no lights, all fabulous things. All things that aren't really good for making videos. So, making videos. And it's funny. My friend asked me how I was feeling today, and I was like, well, my head is still attached to my body. Because, we have to find something to laugh about, some kind of sense of humor in whatever situation. And at that point, I was still laying in bed, and as long as I was laying in bed, I felt perfectly fine, which is part of my frustration and why I feel like I'm not doing enough, because laying in bed, I feel perfectly fine. It's when I get up and try to do things that my body reminds me that I don't have the energy, or that I am in pain or dizzy or whatever else it is. So, I wasn't thinking I was going to cry. I apologize. I want to do so much more. And I look around at the mess and all the things that I haven't been doing, and I feel overwhelmed, and I have to remember that just baby steps and little things, and that it's okay to ask for help. And I actually got a text message today asking if there was something that some elders in the ward or the young men or something could do as far as projects for me. And I'd kind of given up on all the projects and things that need to be done around my house because I don't have the energy to do it. And so I don't know if any of them are actually going to get done, but I was like, well, here's a list, like my to-do list. If I was married, I'd give it to my husband. If I had money, I'd hire people to come do it. If I had energy, I'd do it myself. Well, I wouldn't do all of it myself because a lot of it I don't know how to do. So never mind. All the projects I listed are things I don't know how to do, or that I can't do myself. I mean, I'm not very good at painting, and the paint fumes always make me high. So I know, so slow. It's just not a good idea for me to try to do the painting. I already tried that, and I definitely need help or assistance with that. That is not something I can do. But my paint's been sitting in buckets for over a year, so I don't even know if it's still any good or not. So have to buy more paint, possibly, in which case they won't be able to do any painting. And I don't know what tools are required to hang blinds or things like that, and I have no idea. So, things like that I don't know how to do. Other things, I can always ask for help when it comes to cleaning. I keep telling myself I should clean up my own mess, but maybe I should just ask for help because honestly, I don't have the energy. And even when I do have the energy, I don't like cleaning. I don't. And maybe it's because I just never got in the habit as I was a kid, or maybe because it was always, well, not always a traumatic experience, but it was always an all or nothing project. It was an all day, we're going to do this, and the rest of the time, we do absolutely nothing. So you have to have the energy, and you have to spend the entire day doing the entire thing, and it's thoroughly exhausting. And that's how I've lived my life as far as cleaning. And even though I understand the concept of do a little bit every day, and I know it works, I really have a hard time with that because if I can just put it off until tomorrow, it always gets put off until tomorrow. And right now, I feel like everything's getting put off until tomorrow. And I had a couple of phone calls today and text messages and emails, all for the same temp job that I don't know when it's starting, that I looked at, and I debating whether or not I want to do. And the reality is I don't think I can. But the fantasy is I want to. It's not really a fancy job. It's not even a hard job. It's just a physical job that would require me to be on my feet. Probably, I mean, it's an 8-hour day. I don't know if I'd be walking the entire time, but I don't think it's a standing still thing, but it's a moving around on your feet, possible, physical labor, not hard labor, not heavy stuff, just simple, basic stuff that I'm like, sure, I would love to do that. And then I would have to do, it would be like my daily exercise because it would be light work, but I would have to do it like every single day, and maybe I could start losing weight, and then I'd have to clean my kitchen so I could, make food to take to work with me for lunches and things like that. And it would be awesome to get all of that schedule going. And it sounds like a fantastic thing, except except for the fact that I'm looking for a job that I can do from home because I don't seem to have the energy to stand up or move around for more than 15 or 20 minutes at a time. And I wear myself out just taking a shower. So I'm not really sure how I would be able to. And if I hadn't been sick and getting over something, I would just be like, all right, I'm just tired and worn out because I'm overweight. And this is the perfect opportunity because I would have to have a job off of my feet and not sitting. And it would force me to get up and move around and go slow at first and then, get a little bit faster, like building muscles. And it would be awesome. And I'd be exhausted, but it'd be totally worth pushing through it. And I'm all for that. But on the flip side, I know I'm recovering from an illness that makes me tired. And that's just part of it. It just makes you physically exhausted. And pushing myself and doing that only makes it worse. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, I just need to have more faith because God will help me do it if it's meant to me. But there's also that thing called common sense. And it's like, okay, I can look for other stuff that I can do. And I don't have to worry about whether or not I will have the energy or I'm going to collapse or pass out at work or be embarrassed. Or I don't have to put myself in that kind of a situation. I don't have to be that desperate for something that I'm like, yes, I'm going to take anything just to pay the bills. Because I'm like, I have a job. I can go to work whenever I want to make money. I just don't have the energy to do it. Or if I do, I can't do it for more than 3 or 4 hours at a time without becoming exhausted. And that's a sitting job. It's just sitting. Mental energy. It's not like a whole lot of physical work doing that. And that wears me out. So if that wears me out, I don't know how I'm going to do a job that requires actual moving around for however many hours a day. Not that any of this matters. It doesn't. It's just, that's my day. Today is facing reality a little bit, looking at opportunities, not looking at opportunities, being offered opportunities that in different circumstances I would be more than willing to take. And in my current circumstances, I hesitate because I don't know if I would be able to perform the job, and I don't want to say yes, I'll do it, and then be a couple days in and be like, sorry, I can't do this. I'm too exhausted. And that's not fair to myself, and it's not fair to them. So it's finding that balance. It's understanding my own personal limitations, what I'm capable of doing, what I'm not capable of doing, accepting that currently that's probably not the best for me, the most ideal. But there are other options out there. And honestly, I haven't looked at any other options or applied for them. I keep getting emails about opportunities if I apply to them, but they're from like Indeed.com and Monster.com. They're not from the actual employers themselves. Although I have a phone interview on Thursday morning. The only downside of that is they're interviewing now for positions that aren't starting until the fall. And I don't know what fall is. I don't know if that's August or, I mean, technically September 21st is the first day, 22nd is the first day of autumn. But I don't know what their fall start date is. And I don't know that I want to wait that long for a job. So I just have to kind of feel it out, see what happens. But I know there's opportunities out there. I know that God is aware of me and he's taking care of me and that everything is going to work out. I just need to stop worrying about how it's going to work out, because it's been working out. Everything's been taken care of up to this point, and everything's been okay. And I still don't know how. And it's been amazing. And all the people that have brought me food, that have brought me medicine, that have checked in on me, that have taken care of me, it's been amazing. And I have been so blessed, and I am so blessed and so loved, and I forget that sometimes. And honestly, I think just laying around and not being able to do things is kind of depressing. I'm like, I need to get up and do stuff. I just wish I had the energy to do it, and I'm afraid that if I stay laying down for too long, that I really won't ever have the energy to get up and do again. And I don't want that to be the case. I don't want to be stuck down forever, and I don't think I will be. I don't think that's a trial that's meant for me. I hope it isn't, but I hope even if it is, that I can face it with gratitude and joy, and just be grateful for what I have, and just continue to try to do the best that I can with what I have. And nothing else. I hope I'm not making my situation worse. Maybe a little bit by not getting enough sleep. Sometimes my body just won't let me sleep, which is really frustrating. I think because I've been laying around for so long. It's like, oh, you've just been laying all day, like you've been sleeping. And I'm like, yes, but I haven't actually been sleeping. And there's something about shutting the brain off for so many hours. And my body's like, yeah, no. It just, but I wasn't getting regular sleep, or 7 to 8 hours of sleep for the longest time. I think I was finally getting up to six to 7 hours of sleep a night, which was awesome because I was getting away from the 4 to 5 hours a night. And now I'm just kind of back to weird 4 to 5 hour increments or something. So, or, like today, where I just slept most of the day. I don't even think I got out of bed until after 5 o'clock, which is why I'm awake right now. But I'm also ready to go back to bed because I'm still tired. Got out of bed tired, want to go back to bed tired. Keep telling myself I just need to do stuff regardless of how tired I am, and I can. I just at some point either my body will catch up or it will collapse. And the problem with pushing myself too much is that I don't have energy to do anything for a while. So I am struggling with finding that balance, and just grateful for little reminders, little whisperings of the spirit that remind me that I'm doing it, and it's okay. And maybe it's not what I want or how I want, but it's all going to work out, and it's okay. And that's all I need to know, and that little bit of peace is very comforting, and it makes it a lot easier to let go of all the what ifs and all the worries and all the what's going to happen in the future, the wonderings, whatever, I don't know. And the nice reminder that I only have today. I just have to figure out what I'm doing today. And today I made food, I ate food, I drank water, I slept, I, I took a shower, I got dressed. These are good things. And I will probably go to bed soon, assuming my head will let me. It does weird things. Definitely does weird things. Gotta have to. I think that's all I have for today. I'm struggling to focus and think, and somehow my head thinks when I talk about it that it should. I think it's one of those things when you focus on what you're in pain with, or what you're the the stuff you're struggling with. That's the stuff that gets bigger, that stands out more. And when you focus on the other things that are good and that are positive and that you can do, it lessens the other things, like the pain and the discouragement and the overwhelm. They're not as much, and the disappointment kind of just disappears because you realize all the good things you have. So, because I think every time I talk about my head, it has to remind me that it hurts, and if I ignore it, it still hurts. But I ignore it. I'm really good at ignoring things, so I can pretend it doesn't. As long as I go slow and steady. I am the tortoise. I have to remember that I am the tortoise. And I think right now the tortoise is taking a nap. um, very slow. Very slow. But slow and steady wins the race. And it's okay. And God is directing, guiding, helping, encouraging, just like my friends are and my family. And I'm very appreciative of all of that, and for all the little things, because the little things make the biggest difference in life. So I am grateful for that too. And I hope these videos are helpful to you or to whoever wants to watch these. And if you like them, you can hit like, subscribe, share with someone else if you think they'll like it too. And I think that's all I have for you. So have a great day full of gratitude, and maybe do some writing.